Hello and welcome to Birdbox Podcast episode 2. Got to apologise for the clip clopping of the dog. I think next time we might have to knit her up some socks. Thanks very much for all the positive comments last time. We were so encouraged, we thought it was worth having a go at the second episode, and who knows where we'll take it from there.
I'm Clare, also known as BirdstreetUK on Instagram. I'm Clary B on Ravelry, and I own BirdstreetUK
Hi, I'm Beki. I am Clare's sister and I'm at Bexy Norms on Instagram and Ravelry.
And I'm John, I'm Clare's better half, and I'm Mr. B's Yarn on Instagram.
So, I thought we could start the podcast today, guys. I got you guys both a little present. I saw these on Instagram and I thought we needed them. So,
I'm excited.
they are from Tilly Flock Designs.
Oh my goodness.
And they are the cutest little air fresheners for the car.
No yarn left in this vehicle overnight. That is awesome.
That's
So cool. I just thought it had to be done.
I love it.
Yes, from I don't know if
They
you see
smell
that.
good.
Tilly Flock Designs on Etsy. Apparently we are going to see them at Unravel, but I thought they were a bit of fun.
It smells
So
really
cool.
nice. Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
My car so needs it. Oh, that is so cool. Thank you. Oh,
So,
I love knitting related things.
what's everybody been up to this month as well?
I don't know, anything exciting, Bex?
I've been ill.
Sounds about right actually, yeah. So,
Laryngitis,
Keep the
cold,
distance.
germs, children
Yeah.
sneezing over me at work basically.
You went
Yeah.
down with it, didn't you, a bit after the last podcast?
I did. I lost my voice the very next day.
Yeah, you were quite rough.
Probably why I was clearing my throat all the way through it.
I just kind of hope that you managed to keep your voice for today then.
Yeah, I've got lots of water to drink, it'll be fine.
And she's just come from the dentist as well, so that doesn't help, does it?
Yeah, well, hygienist. I paid a lot of money to be waterboarded.
Oh, I can't think of anything exciting. But we just paid the deposit on the photographer for our son's wedding in October. I'm quite excited about that.
And I'm
Daughter-in-law
excited about the fact that it's not me doing the photography.
Yeah.
So,
And our daughter-in-law to be bought a dress, so we're getting quite excited. Wedding later in the year.
can you hear the dog?
Yeah, she's crying again. She
She's
doesn't want to
crying
go there,
already.
she's just in the kitchen.
She thinks we're talking to her.
Yeah.
She will appear a little bit later in the podcast actually anyway. So Stella is our dog and we will introduce you to her a bit later on, okay?
Yeah. So, I reckon we should get on with some knitting related stuff.
Okay.
So that's your cue, John.
Well, that's my cue to leave then. So the plan is, as in the last podcast, these two are going to tell you a bit about projects that they've been working on, some works in progress, and some things that they've got coming up in February as well. And then I'm going to come back and talk to you a little bit about some of the colourways we've been dyeing up, where that inspiration's come from, and things that are in the shop at the moment. So, talk to you a bit later.
Okay, so we're going to start off with our finished objects today, and you might notice I'm wearing one. After that last podcast, I thought, well, you know, I've got to finish this off now because I've shown everyone, and I picked it back up. And sorry, I should say this is my worsted boxy by Hohi Locatelli. I picked it back up and got more or less straight back into it really. I did decide that instead of doing 17 inches of stockinette here with all this positive ease would be a bit ridiculous because I am only 5'2", so I thought actually that would completely swamp me. So I stopped at 14.5 inches, which made it a bit more bearable. And after that, it was so quick. The shoulder shaping and this like garter detail on the shoulder was so quick and easy, and I just love it. I did make a couple of other alterations. I made the sleeves long with quite a deep cuff, because on the pattern the sleeves only come to about there, and I don't really understand why you'd need a worsted weight jumper with short sleeves.
Yeah,
it just seems a bit daft.
You're either going to wear it when you're cold or you're not going to wear it.
Yeah, so, but I love it, it's so comfy. It don't get me too boiling hot really, which I thought it might. And it's really soft. The yarn is Drops Big Merino. I think it's colour 008, but I'm not entirely
It's
sure.
lovely. It's like a movie.
So it
grey,
wasn't
like
yeah, it wasn't
really nice.
mega expensive. It probably cost less than 30 quid to make.
It's brilliant.
So yeah, I'm really chuffed with it.
I can't believe it when I came over your house and you'd actually finished it.
Yeah,
because you were.
I was so close to finishing it. I don't know why I didn't before, but I think making the decision to leave nearly 3 inches off of it was a good one.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Oh, I really like it.
Yeah.
I'm really pleased with you.
I'm not going to make another one, but I do love it.
Stella's just dropped a ball by your feet.
Sorry, Stella.
We're not playing today. I have finished a few objects I'm quite excited about, and actually there's another one that's not even here. So I finished my second pair of Selby mittens. Sorry, the lenses here, I have to hold it in the right place. We're using a DSLR camera today, and it just takes a bit getting used to. So this gorgeous yarn is from a friend's mum's farm in Shetland, and it's a Shetland alpaca blend, and it's soft and it's drapey and really, really beautiful. I was saying earlier, it was kind of stringy to knit with and very lumpy bumpy.
It felt really rough when she was knitting it, and I thought, oh, why would you want anything made out of that? But now they're blocked, it's so soft.
So soft it is, and you can't smell the machine oil anymore. It just smells of rapture.
You can tell is that this mitten's made by a dyer's wife.
Yes, it's got green dye speckled on it. So we won't talk about that.
Mr. B's been at this one.
Yeah, it was drying and it must have got a bit flicked. Lovely little detail. Oh, I just love them. In fact, they're so warm. I was out in really cold weather the other day and it was windy and everything, and they're windproof. And I had to keep taking them off because my hands were getting so sweaty. But oh, I love them. They're my second pair. I gave my first pair away. Really, really, really enjoyed knitting those and want to knit all the colour work really. And I will talk a bit more about that in future knitting plans.
Okay, my next finished object is another
Just a whiz.
Another Land of Sweets carol.
Oh, it's so lovely.
Oh, and I just love it. It absolutely whizzed up because it's just addictive. The yarns are this speckly one. I'm going to put it up to the lens. Yeah. I don't know if the colours, you can't do the colours justice, but it's grey with speckles of pink and blue. That one is George's Marvellous Medicine by Mr. B. And then the grey is colour 22 in the Drops Baby Merino.
Which is really nice to knit with.
Really nice.
Really lovely to knit.
And the white is colour 1. So it just whizzed up, and I've worn it loads already. I love just how the stitch definition is, and how in the sort of lacy rows you can really see the patterns so nicely, especially on the white.
Yeah, I love
it was nice seeing how each yarn worked on each different row.
It looks completely different to your first one.
It's really wearable. I've been wearing it to work all week.
And
it's just lovely.
Yeah, and Freya loves it.
Freya loves it. She was wearing it as a dress. So it's probably twice as big as when I made it.
I didn't say that this pattern is by Ellie Scaindeer. I give her the credit because it's a fabulous pattern, and I want to knit it.
I think everyone's knitting these.
I know they are, but just in case you live on a rock.
Very popular pattern.
So I've got another finished object. In fact, I knit 2 of these. This is the bigger one of the 2. I knit one for our cousin's baby, who's hopefully going to be born this week. So I knit one that was even smaller than this.
It was so tiny.
And to show you, just to give you some sort of size comparison, I've knit one for my 24-year-old son.
Who, let's be honest, has got a head like a bowling ball.
His head is a bit like a bowling ball. But I love him. So I knit him the barley hat in worsted. And I really, really like it. This is just leftovers from a jumper that I made myself. And I knit it, and it was really quick. And he said, not sure if I'm into hats.
So nice though.
But I think it actually looks smashing on him. And this one is that gorgeous Nougat by Stranded Dye Works.
That is one of my favourite colourways ever.
And it's the Merino Cashmere Nylon Paradise. But it's lovely and soft. And that's for Freya B, so you can take that and give it to her next time you see her.
She'll love that. Anything pink and pretty, she loves. Right, then I've got a bit of a sock fest going on next. So So, pair
word.
number 1 are Hermione's Everyday Socks by Erica Luder. It's a really great free pattern. It's so easy. You look at the pattern once and you know it. It's just basically like a broken rib, really. And the yarn is Storm Clouds and Rainbows by Beki Brown Designs, who's one of my favourite dyers. She's quite local to us.
Second favourite.
I said one off, don't worry. Alright. And I did this as a tube and then cut in an afterthought heel, which just seems to fit me
I want
best.
to hold that to the lens because that yarn
is just gorgeous. And it was so nice to knit with.
Beautiful.
It's just a 75-25 merino nylon.
Oh, I
it's
love
really
it. It's really
nice.
soft.
Really nice.
Yeah,
and they
beautiful.
feel so nice on. The rib, like the broken rib, just gives it such a really nice fit. Really hugs your foot.
It's really nice. It's nice to have a pattern sock that's not like complicated.
Yeah.
I'm knitting some socks at the moment and I can knit and talk to people at the same time, and even though they're lovely, it's
it's a pain.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain sometimes.
The next pair are another pair from my Christmas box. Now I did show the start of these last time, but you'll notice they're quite a bit different.
Oh, they're lovely.
So they are, if I have it nice and
lovely.
close, they are the Evergreen Socks by Madeline Gannon.
Beautiful.
Which is just such a gorgeous pattern. Again, just a really easy lace pattern to get that Christmas tree design. And last time I'd got so far down and I'd realised I dropped a stitch somewhere and I was just going to fudge it. But then I realised in my sort of like, oh, I've done it wrong, chuck them down, I forgot which row I was on. So I thought, right, I'll go back and do it again then. That's, you know, that's the sign to do it again. And what I decided to do was actually to put a little stripe of the toe and heel colour here and one underneath, just to sort of really highlight the pattern.
I really love it. Like that yarn is so lovely.
And then use that yarn for the heel and the toe, and I did a little extra stripe before the toe as well.
So pretty. They're really lovely. So they'll go in your box of Christmas socks?
Yeah, they will. And again, those were both Beki Brown Design yarns as well. That green is so lovely. It's 85% superwash merino and 15% neps, which is just lovely. You can feel that it's more than 75-25. It's really soft.
It is so pretty.
And the heel and toe is in her peppermint bark red colour, which I've got loads of both of these yarns left, so I will definitely be making some other socks.
It's so cool. So you're aiming for the 25?
I don't think 25, I'm thinking maybe 12.
Okay.
Because I don't wear socks every day, so I think they wouldn't all get worn.
Well, things you don't have to wash socks every time you wear them either.
No, but I wear tights most of the time to work, so I just don't think I'd really wear them. Yeah. There we go. And then my last pair of socks are, now hang on, I should probably talk about another finished object before this. So I'm going to get John to put a little video in that I took here. So you'll remember last time I was making the Asana shawl for my friend's 50th birthday, so I finished that off and gave it to her, which she was absolutely thrilled with. She just loved it. She cried. I think.
Beautiful. It was stunning.
I managed to get loads of knitting time on it after the last podcast because I got laryngitis and was ill all over New Year's. So instead of going to a party, I was working on my Asana shawl, and I finished it at 1:45 on the 31st of December.
I'd rather have a knitting party.
I can't say I was thrilled about it. I should just be at a party.
But you go out, I do.
So yeah, I'll get John to pop a video in. It was the Asana wrap by Amber O'Brien, and it was just gorgeous. I did leave out, there was like a really long section of just even stripes between the two lace panels, and it was just going on forever, and I was a little worried I wasn't going to get it finished in time, and also it was just too much. So I actually cut it a bit short, and it was kind of a good job I did because it ended up huge. It was so big I couldn't really take photos of it. I had to just video it.
You had to video it. It's enormous.
Yeah. So anyway, so the reason I was telling you about that finished object is because with the leftover yarn, which the yarn was the Casta Frozen again by Mr. B,
I love it so
I made these little shorty socks, and I don't know if I can get the colours to focus really well. It's hard with these lights, getting used to these lights, but the colours in this was just so amazing. I couldn't not use the rest of it, so I had about 40 grams left, I think. So I made just these little little shorty socks.
Sadly, he can't find the recipe for that dye, for that yarn anymore, which is really annoying, but he has come up with another one, excuse my face in the lens, which is called Still Frozen, and it's really similar.
It's very
all the
similar.
same colours, it's just dyed slightly differently.
Oh, I totally recommend it. It was such an addictive yarn to knit with, because like you were constantly getting loads of different colours. It's really nice.
I'm just so chuffed with the way it came out. It just
yeah.
I love seeing pictures. People put pictures on Instagram all the time of their finished projects, and
Well, and I think, you know, just seeing it knit up in stockinette like that, you just get to see all the detail of it, and it's just lovely.
And
the heels and toes are one of John's Hope Cove colourways.
I love those too.
And they just knit up in minutes, honestly, they're so quick.
Yeah. I love those short, they're so lovely to knit, those shorty socks, but saying that, I don't actually wear them.
No, I do, so I need a few extra pairs, so you'll see in a minute I've got another pair on.
I go through my basket and I'm like, I love them and I love the yarn. But yeah, I like a longer leg on my sock. I find out, yeah. Have I got anything else? I have. So this is a work in progress last time, and he's not been able to wear them, so they are clean and they're lovely. So I knit Mr. B some socks, just vanilla, out of Sweet Georgia yarns in the shipwreck colourway, Tough Love sock, and an afterthought heel actually. And I was worried about the afterthought heel because he's got quite a high instep, and I didn't know whether they would fit really well, but they actually do. They really fit well, and he really likes them, and he can't wait to have them now. So he keeps moaning about he doesn't have many.
You should understand he's a podcaster now.
Well, he's a bit of a diva as well. And they're lovely. Sort of came out in a spiral stripe. One of them kind of pulled ever so slightly, but I don't mind that. But yeah, really cool. Pretty. I really love this yarn. It was quite stringy. I don't know whether I've just got sensitive fingers or not, but I kind of hold the yarn between these two fingers, and I kept finding it was making it a little bit sore. It's not the softest yarn, but they're bulletproof. Yeah. And I think they're going to wear really well. So pleased with those, and I'm glad they were finished, I have to say.
Any more finished objects?
Well, yeah, my only other one is some some wheel spun yarn that this is fibre from my lovely friend Rachel from Captain Sparrow UK. I couldn't resist this one when she put it up online. It's called Gelato. It's just a 2-ply, and it is so squishy. I did say that I'd let Mum have that once I spun it, because our Mum's got to have some surgery coming up, and she's going to have quite a number of weeks to recuperate, and she needs lots of projects to go. So she was going to knit a cardigan when she was recuperating, but she's already done that. And she was going to knit a cowl when she was recuperating, and she's already started on that. So we're going to have to find loads of things to do. So I think I might give that to Mum, even though I love it. It is Polworth with some mulberry silk, and it puffed up something chronic when you washed it. Love it. Cool. Love it.
Right then, should we move on to whips?
I think we should, because there are a few, and I know I've left one in the living room.
Oh dear. Right, okay, so my first whip is yet another Flaxlight jumper.
Would you like those?
So the Flaxlight is a free pattern by Tin Can Knits.
Oh, gotta love Tin Can Knit.
And is absolutely wicked because it's free for a start, and the sizes go from 0 to 6 months up to 4XL, so you can literally make them for everybody you know.
And it's so worth it, even if you've got a thing for that sort of pattern, it's so worth it.
And it's such an easy pattern. It was my first ever jumper pattern, so excuse me, it's just great. So I made a jumper for my friend's little boy Alfred for Christmas, and they just were so grateful for it, and straight away said, oh, we want more. So I'm making him one for his first birthday, which is coming up.
Oh, it's so cute.
And this time I made a little alteration to it, and I left off the garter stitch panel that runs down the sleeve.
Yeah.
Which actually did make it really quick to do the raglan shaping, which was really good. Oh, the yarn is George's Best by Mr. B. And what I love about it is a lot prettier than I thought it was going to be. You know, I thought it was going to be, you know, obviously just a really...
I thought it would be a bit
garish red, yeah. But it's actually sort of, it's almost pinky. I tell you what it really reminds me of is, you know, the Sweets Raspberry Ruffles?
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. I love them.
I love them.
So yeah, it's knitted up really nicely. It's sort of got a slight sort of bit of pooling around here and then a lovely little micro
like
stripe,
that.
but it's not really obvious.
I think it just looks like a pattern.
I love it.
That. Yeah.
And it's whizzing up. I started this during this week and I've not knit a lot on it. It's just
Saturday
really
today, by the way.
Yes, it's Saturday today. Yeah, so thrilled with that one, and I've got another 2 or 3 of these on my list to make.
Oh yeah, piece of caramel shortbread, millionaire shortbread, love it.
So
Chapel View crafts.
Yeah, good old Chapel View crafts. And I should have shown you. I'm not good at this podcast lark yet.
No, I'm rubbish.
This is in my BirdstreetUK biscuit bag, which I just love. This one's a really good size for sort of slightly bigger projects. It's got the
I love that fabric.
Grey polka dot lining, and then I've got another little cakey progress keeper on there. I'm not sure if this is focusing. I can't see the screen very well.
The screen is really, really small, so it's going to be.
Yeah,
telling
it's a little bit of pink cake. So yes, that's that one.
That is so cute. Oh, so cute. He's going to look really gorgeous in that. Alright, so I wanted to make another Land of Sweets cowl by Helen Stewart. Like we said last time, we both said we wanted to make one, and Beki started hers and finished it in like 3 minutes. And I wanted to do one or one colour with some mohair, so that's what I did. In fact, I started it and I started striping it with 2 colours and realised no, I just wanted it in one colour. So I went for a new yarn that I dyed up called the Duchess, and it is literally just a tonal antique mauve. Really muted. It's really, really pretty. I'm so chuffed with it. And then I put it together with this lovely drops mohair silk, and it's just, I think it's light pink it's called. And I was really worried that it might just sort of drown it out. I wanted to see the tonality of this because it really goes from light to dark, and I didn't want it to spoil that, so I started knitting it.
It's so soft.
I love it. I love it. I cannot get over the stitch definition. How clearly that pattern shows up, and even the little pearl bumps along here.
I think it just shows what a great pattern it is, because it's designed to be done in loads of different scraps of yarn, but it equally looks great in one.
It works so well. So I cast on with one yarn, just the Duchess. So you can see a difference, and it does slightly pink out, but you can still see the tonality, you can still see the light and the dark. But I'm so happy with the stitch definition and the clarity. That I'm loving
really
it.
Wearable.
Yeah, I really, really love it as well. It's such an enjoyable knit, and holding it double with this is just like, oh, it's like a cloud. I love it.
Yeah, lovely.
So I'm really, really enjoying that, and that will grow. In fact, I have cast it on twice.
You didn't. Yeah, you didn't start it that long ago, did you?
No,
so
not.
you've done a good job there.
And this is in. Oh, this is just a bag I made for myself. Christmas one year. A little snippy.
Cute. My next whip is in one of my, well, it is my absolute favourite project bag, because it's a BirdstreetUK one, but it's not one that anybody else has got, because I wove this fabric myself. Yay. I'm so proud of myself. It's got one of my favourite yarns in it, which is Street Art by Amy, Stranded Dye Works. And Clare borrowed a cricket loom from one of her friends, and I had a little go. It was just after I had surgery last year, so it was a really nice thing to do. And Clare made it into this gorgeous bag for me, which has actually got, you probably won't see very well, but it's got like a little divider with a pocket inside, so you can keep little bits inside and do 2 at a time socks in there, which is fun.
I'd like to remember how I actually made that.
But I've only got 1 at a time socks in here at the moment. So I'm knitting another little pair of shorty socks with the leftovers from my Land of Sweets cowl, which was the George's Marvellous Nebulum.
Oh, it's so pretty.
And I did all of this at the cinema the other day watching The Greatest Showman, so it was perfect cinema knitting.
We'll talk about our opinions on that.
Oh, don't start, you're just a humbug. So you can see all the little pops of colour, which is just
it's so pretty.
Gorgeous.
Really lovely. I love that.
So that's all I've done on those so far, but they won't take long because I've only got little feet.
You have.
And I will just knit a little tube and then pop an afterthought heel into those.
Got to love an afterthought heel.
Yeah, same as I do now.
So, right, I'll put that on there. Okay. So this, I am going to show it, and I doubt whether she watches the podcast anyway. This is going to be a gift. I'm not going to say it's for.
Okay.
From my lovely friend.
Giving it away.
For a lovely friend of ours that likes Christmas socks.
Surprise, surprise.
So, I know this is one of my yarns. I'm the gingerbread man. I dyed one up especially. And we're going to take this to unravel, or them to unravel when they're done.
Yeah, hopefully she'll get
to give them to our friend to put in her Advent socks box. We all know who I'm talking about. But I still want it to be a nice gift for her. So I'm really enjoying this yarn. It's spiraling.
It's addictive, that yarn.
And I whipped through this. It's really, really quick.
Yeah. So is that just vanilla with a...
Vanilla with heel flap
and gusset.
Gusset. Kim likes saying gusset. We've just been to Alternate Universe talking about gussets.
That's not all we talk about.
No, we talked about a lot.
And as our friend Kate would say, what did you use for the heels, coes and tufts?
Sorry, Kate. We love you.
I promised her I'd get that in.
We've been to Alternate Universe. We've sat and had a knit morning, and I've drunk Coke and coffee. So just warning you.
Lightweight.
I am. I'm old. So I love these. And this is West Yorkshire Spinners, and it was to go with this year's colourway, the candy cane one. Is it peppermint?
Candy cane, I think. Oh, that I don't know. I have no idea.
No, I can't remember either. It's nice. I mean, it's hard wearing and it does its job. So that's as far as I've got on the mystery socks.
Cool. Not some mystery socks. Okay, my next project is in another Bird Street UK bag. Surprise, surprise. It's a really cool tweed one.
I love that bag so much.
I had this for my birthday a couple of years ago. And I've got a little cake charm on it that Claire bought me in my advent calendar.
I bought all of
Rainbow cake. So cute. Okay, so in this one are some more socks. This is a really cool pattern. You remember last time I was saying that I wanted like a snowflake design pattern, but I had no luck finding that. So, but I did find, I actually saw on our friend Nicola's podcast, Bubble Stitches.
Oh, I love you, Nicola.
That she suggested this pattern, which is the snowfall socks. Sorry, my printer's not brilliant. It's by Tabitha Gandy, who is of the Hey Sister podcast, I believe.
Beautiful lady.
And so I've cast them on, and I'm actually knitting these concurrently so that I don't get second sock syndrome, which I'm not terribly prone to. Oh, we're gonna have yarn
down, dog hair.
So I tend to just do, you know, a few repeats on one, few repeats on the other, and then toe on one, toe on the other, then add the heels. So you see there, it's so sweet.
Oh, it's so pretty. I love it.
It's just you can see why it's called snowfall socks. It's just really sweet.
So pretty.
Really easy pattern. You know, you look at it, give it a couple of goes on the repeat, and then you know it really.
Yeah, you can get it.
The yarn is
the yarn's
stock
gorgeous.
record. Stranded Dye Works on their Sanctuary Baits, which is exclusive to Kim at Alternate Universe. This one was actually number 25 in my advent calendar, and it is Disco Pop. And the base is 80/20 Superwash BFL Bamboo, so it's a really nice base.
Green, that fluorescent green.
And yeah, it's lovely, and I love these like little pinky purple speckles that come up every now and again that are just really subtle.
And it's really nice because you can really still see the pattern.
Yeah, you can really see the pattern. So I think these, because they're quite wintry, these are going to go into my Christmas box of socks.
And nice stitch markers.
And I'll talk about the stitch markers in a minute, but you'll see I like that they coordinate with the socks.
Oh,
that's just me.
You're not at all obsessed with compulsive, are you?
No, not much.
No. So I have, well, this is the last one I brought out with me. There is another one, but it's probably not worth showing. So I'm Joining in our first knit along, the Manuary. My Manuary. I can't remember what my knit along's called. My Manuary sock along, and it's only an Instagram thing. We don't have a Ravelry group, and we probably won't because I'm not that organised. So I knit my dad a pair of socks, our dad a pair of socks. He hasn't had any from us yet, and he's feeling a bit left out. So this pattern is, I think it's To Darcy with Love by Knitterarium, and it's like on over a sort of fake,
it's like a fake cable, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's really funny because they look pulled together and they're really long and skinny. But then they fit him perfectly. And this
Luckily
yarn
Dad's not got massive leaves. That's good.
is Fitzwilliam Darcy by Nora George, and it was one of her
great literary characters. That's what Kate was calling it earlier.
What did Kate call it this
I
morning?
can't remember. It was something
hilarious.
Tracy so wouldn't have called it earlier.
But anyway, that was one of the sort of yarn surprises when it came, and I got very excited because Mr. Darcy was on my doorstep. Yeah, so that's one of them. I'm part way through the second one. Dad, you will get those socks. You probably won't get
them in the
before
summer.
me.
Don't give them to him in the summer and wear them with sandals.
He will, and he'll wear shorts and pull them up long up his leg as well. Yeah, love you, Dad. So yeah, really, really sweet little pattern, but I really do have to think about it. I can't talk. Actually, what I have realised is that one cuff is about 3 rows longer than the other. But my dad will be expecting.
He wouldn't notice.
He'll be expecting that. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that.
Are you going to buy a bag as well?
Oh yeah. This was in a swap I did with my gorgeous friend Sarah, who's a dorky emu. And she sent that with loads of lovely goodies in it. And I use it all the time. I just use it all the time. It's got a nice lining and it's really, really sweet. And we just want to say hi to Sarah because she's really poorly and we really are thinking about you and really want you to get better. And
I'm planning our knitting retreat for when you are.
Yeah. And you may have got something in the post.
She has.
This
She
week.
posted on Instagram just now, didn't you say?
No, I didn't see it. We sent her some goodies just to make her feel better.
Right, I'm going to share my last whip with you, which is a
lovely
really
bag.
ongoing
Where did you
whip.
get your bag from?
I wonder. This is my coffee cup bag, which obviously I couldn't resist.
I love that fabric.
It's so lush. I've got on it a little key ring that was from one of my children at school. It's so cute. It says, "Miss Norman, thank you for helping me grow." It's so sweet. It's got his name on it, but I'll keep that covered up.
Is he the one that called your grandma this weekend?
Shut up. No, it was a little girl. Well, I will just say that she was coming to tell me something about her grandma, so she accidentally called me grandma. Well, I was not looking like a grandma.
I went into her school before Christmas to help with the nativity costume and said that I was her sister, and they wanted to know who was the youngest and who was the oldest.
Not impressed.
There's 13 years between us.
Yeah, they can tell. Anyway, so this is my Cozy Memories blanket, which I've been working on for forever.
Mine's got 9 squares on it.
Mine is nearly 12 by 12 squares now, so it's going to be pretty hard to get in shot. But I just love this blanket because it's just memories of all the socks I've made so far. I can tell you that this one here, this square here, was my first pair of socks ever.
Is this the yarn that you dyed?
And that's the yarn that I dyed with Clare years ago. And there's just all sorts of...
Those are my leftovers.
This one was the first ever commercial yarn that I bought.
I've got a pair of socks in there.
Yeah, so it's just... And we share minis all the time, and obviously we did our advent calendars for each other. This is the last few squares I've done. I try and sew most of the ends in at once, but I've a few behind here. So this one was a sparkled up one. Sorry about that. Sorry, the camera decided to stop recording. I think it's trying to tell us something. So I was saying this one, I think was a sparkled up one for my advent calendar. Aww. This one was one of Clare and John's minis. I think the cocktail minis. This one, I can't remember. No idea.
That's one of ours.
Is that one of yours?
Yeah, that's one of mine.
Yeah, it's probably a advent calendar as well.
See how they show you? No, that was
yellow. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, and this one was Sugar Skulls from my mum and it.
This one is one I got you, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, OMFG.
OMFG by
Julie Hooks.
Yeah, I bought that when I was in Fibre East.
So yeah, I do love this. It's just, it's
gorgeous.
crazy. There's no plan to it. I just add to it, I go months without putting anything on, and then I add a few more squares.
That's lovely.
And what I do is I go up the side and then along the top, so it sort of squares off every time. And I think eventually I'll sort of...
That one.
I'll decide when it's... Oh, that's the Mothie and the Squid one. Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Rosy maple moth, I think.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I should just decide when it's wide enough and then just keep making it longer, so it's probably double bed size. But it will just go on for a really long time. I won't finish it anytime soon.
Mine is like that big. and I can't face it.
I love it. I love
Gorgeous.
it.
I always think it'd be really, really quick. It'll be, oh, just stick a square in, and then it takes ages.
I must say, I only take about 40 minutes or so to
Yeah.
knit a square.
See, I expected it to be quicker than that, and then my mind wanders.
You're such a short attention span, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Right then, so, is that you done?
I think so.
No. Have you got any stash?
I might have.
I will say, I've been really good because we're going to Unravel in a couple of weeks' time, so I'm trying to save my money, and I get really overwhelmed by having too much stash, so I'm trying not to buy loads now, because if I buy loads at Unravel as well, who am I kidding if? When I buy loads of stash at Unravel, I won't be overwhelmed.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Becky's really
So-
good at actually knitting what she buys.
I just can't cope. If I've got loads, I want to knit it all at
I'm
once.
just
and I
going to
can't
adjust
cope.
something because I think it's focusing on my right breast, and I don't want it to.
Is that one more
If you've got a
prominent
good
than the other?
pattern. Sorry about that.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Inappropriate.
Right, so yeah, I have bought a little bit, and we did go to Alternate Universe this morning. Lovely little yarn shop just outside of Bristol.
Oh, it's just the
And we
sweetest place.
sat
And
with
we
our
always,
yarn buddies.
we always get made to feel so welcome by Kim, who owns it, and her lovely mum,
Yeah.
and Colette, who works there, and then we meet our friend Kate there.
And we smoosh all the yarn.
yeah, and we eat cake and drink coffee, and it's just lovely.
Yeah, it's really, really lovely, and it goes really, really quickly. And so when I was there this morning, right, just to warn you, there's a theme with my yarn. You'll get it in a minute. I bought, last time I went down there, I bought some BFL Blue Flame, yeah, Blue Flame Blender by West Yorkshire Spinners. And it was just so lovely to knit with, and it washed up beautifully, and I made another pair of silver mittens with it. So I decided today, oh, they're upside down. I was going to buy some more West Yorkshire Spinners. And I'm loving these colours. I just can't resist these colours at the moment. So I'm going to put a white with this.
Sorry, John's playing some podcasts and stuff.
John, we're podcasting!
Can you hear that?
Yeah!
Sorry.
Shut up. Sorry. Had to be done. Courtesy of the grocery girls. I'm going to put a white with this. And this will go into dream knitting. I want to make those mittens. Isolde Teague. Millet? I'm not sure. But I just love them. How pretty are they?
They are gorgeous. They remind me of Cadbury's cream eggs.
Oh yeah, the top
On the top.
Yes. Like
Easter mittens.
yeah, so those with a white
Gorgeous.
yarn. Love those colours. And they're sheepy and woolly, and I love them.
Cool.
So, have you got anything you bought?
I've been, like I said, I have been really good, and it's been really tempting, especially because I've been ill, so I've been like in bed on my phone and wanting to shop, and so I've been really restrained. But on Thursday I had a rubbish day at work. All of our TAs were being trained in the morning, so I was really stressed because I just can't cope without my TAs. They just keep me going.
Amazing.
So I came home from work, and Clare had sent me a picture of 3 new colours. I was like, right, I wasn't going to buy any, but I need one of those.
I want
So
one.
I bought this skein of I'll See You in My Dreams, which is so gorgeous.
I'm not actually going in the shop until tomorrow, so
I have left you some, don't worry. I was tempted to buy all 3 of the skeins she showed me, but I was very restrained. I also, this morning at
Not going to buy
Alternate
anything.
Universe,
Not going to buy anything.
I'd sort of planned this purchase though a little bit. I knew she'd have some of this, so I thought I better had. So Kim's just started stocking Pixie yarn. There's a really cute business card there, which is by Sophie, who again is quite local. You might remember I talked about her last time with the little project bag I had with the divider in it. So gorgeous and such lovely service. Sophie is just lovely. And Kim started stocking her yarn, so I treated myself to a skein of this,
Very pretty.
which is so
really
gorgeous.
I love it.
It's called 22. It's
I wonder why.
yeah, I wonder why. I'll have to ask. And it's her fairy base fingering weight, which I love that name, that's so cute. And it's just got every colour you can think of.
It's lovely.
There was actually a slightly more saturated one in the shop, but I really like this, and I thought it would be quite versatile. If I decided that I wanted it to go into like a several colour shawl or something, then I could pick any colour out of there to put it with.
Yeah.
Tell you what, it would be really nice with this one that we've just got lying around here.
Just happen to have lying around.
So yeah, I'm really chuffed with that, and I definitely want some more of Sophie's yarn. So
gorgeous. It was really beautiful. She has some beautiful saturated yarns as well.
Yeah, I picked two that I really liked, and I knew I was only going to let myself buy one, and I just sat them on the table in front of me while I was knitting, just kept staring at them, deciding which one was going to jump out at me, but it was this one in the end.
Yeah, I do like the labels.
It's just really, the labels are cool, yeah. So thanks Sophie for that one, and thank you Kim for stocking it.
So nice. Right, so guess what? I've got some more blue yarn.
Oh, is that some more mustard in the bag?
I think it might be. So yeah, I have. Oh no, I've paired it with grey this time. This was the Sandnes yarn. Oh darn, it just fell on the floor. So it's Norwegian yarn, and I have been watching quite a lot of Skein-Deer podcast, and I'm just really loving all the woolly wools at the moment and all the colour work.
Everybody seems to be.
This was such good value. It was such a good price point. I just hopped on and bought some. So I've got 3 blue and 1 mustard and a couple of grey, and I'm not really sure what they're going to be, but I have them.
Cool.
So if there's ever a yarn drought, I'm fine.
A mustard and navy yarn.
Yeah, there might be because I keep buying it all. I don't know why I don't wear mustard, but I can't resist it at the moment.
It's lovely.
Oh, yeah, it's very pretty.
So our final, I think we both got the same thing. We bought some really cool little stitch markers from Clare's friend Rachel at Cat and Sparrow.
Cat and Sparrow UK, because there is an Australian version.
Oh, okay,
as well,
sorry.
so
And they come in these really sweet little tins.
mine's called Peanut Butter. And they're the extra large ones, and they are just so pretty.
Oh my goodness, I've got too much stuff on my lap now. And mine are called Rock Chick, and they're just the coolest purple colour. They look like they're lit up with like little iridescent beads. We had loads of them to choose from, and it took us a little while, but these are the ones I went for.
It's really funny. She gave me the whole box to look through and took them over to yours, and Mum bought some called Robin's Nest, and they're beautiful. And I put them on Instagram, and then Rachel kept getting sales, and I had her box of stitch markers, and I had to keep taking them down to her house. So that was good. She got some sales out of that. So I bought. I stopped saying sorry about that. So I actually bought some grey and pink. No, I'm okay, thank you.
Mr. B's doing a tea round.
This is more Sandnes garn. I can't say it. I'm not Norwegian. Lovely sort of marley pink, marley grey. It was in the sale. It was a really good price point. I bought the swatches worth. I could probably do some kind of colour work. I'm sure there's another colour in there somewhere. Maybe not. No, it's just grey and pink. I thought I bought some blue. Maybe I doubled up on the blue. I may have already bought. I already have. Oh well.
Oh dear.
And then, Kristen from Bull and Vine and Amy from Stranded, and I'm pretty sure Ellie from Skein-Deer were talking about this. Sorry for the rustle. I love rustling personally, can't see a problem with it. The Holst garn, again, amazing price point. I think it's Norwegian, is it? Or is it something else?
It looks like it's on the
Scandinavian kind of navy mustard. A lovely light blue, and a denim-y blue, and a load of grey. And this stuff apparently, it smells of machine oil. This has got loads of flecks of pink and yellow, and
it's gorgeous.
It's really flecky and really, really pretty. It'll be a colourwork something.
So you're making lots of colourwork somethings?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I'm making sleeves of colourwork somethings, and then not actually getting around to making the body. But this was such good value for money that, again, I just feel like I needed some sweater quantities in. I love how it came in a freezer bag. It actually came in a freezer bag. That's right. That's good.
random.
I may have got some more.
Oh my god. You don't need to come to Unravel with me.
I was thinking about how much I loved knitting with the Blue Face Leicester from West Yorkshire Spinners, and I was perusing the internet, and I wanted to try their Wensley now. Oh, people are there. So I've just bought some plain. This is quite a lot hairier. And
it's really soft.
It's lovely. I was
surprised
how soft drapey it is. Look at that. No comments, please.
That's what she said.
No comments. So I bought 2 of those, and they were really good value. And then when I was trying to choose which yarn, which mohair silk to go with my Land of Sleeps cowl, I bought several just to, wasn't sure which colour, so I got a lovely sort of purpley heathery one, and I got another pink one. So I think those are my purchases. Yes, I haven't got any more.
Okay, so we've got to do our future plans, and we've got quite a lot of ideas.
Okay. Well, I showed mine.
So you showed
I'll
that
just
one.
flash it up again. Gorgeous. Isolde Teague, Millet, not sure.
Millet.
Millet. That's what Freya would say. Gorgeous. Anyway, and then I dyed up this yarn, and then I had to take some out of the shop because it's called I Predict a Riot.
And it's got mustard in it.
It's got mustard in it, but it's got the mauve of the Duchess, which I can't find now, and yeah, blue and green, and it's just mad. So I want to knit some. Actually, the sock head cowl, I think I quite fancy. Yes,
I knit one of those once, and it took forever because it's like inches and inches of rib, and then just miles of stockinette, and then inches and inches of rib.
Maybe
you might want to do something more
else.
interesting. You know, I don't know. I know what your attention span's like. That's all. So I can't remember if I showed you this yarn last time, but I've changed my plans for it anyway, so I'll show you again. This is more Vicky Brown designed yarn. It is her candy cane, but I've seen the perfect pattern for it. I'm going to put it with this skein, which is another one of your cocktail minis. Sorry, I've got hair around my finger. And this is going to be some Strawberry Field socks by Amber of Maker's Haven. So I thought that'd be really fun. I saw it on the So Sweet Violet podcast, and it is actually a toe up sock, but I'm just going to use the stitch pattern on the top down because I don't do toe up. Don't do toe up.
Actually, yeah, I do have other future knitting plans, but I've left them in the living room again. I forget things all the time. I'm terrible.
She literally does.
I am terrible person. I leave things everywhere. So I want to knit some Pixel Rise socks because you were saying about doing the top pattern and changing it because I don't like doing top. So I want to do the Pixel Rise, but I want to do them down. And I have got a little bag with all my colours in all lined up ready.
Ooh, lovely.
But next time, eh?
Next one's in my bag that Clare wove for me. Wait, I always find that word strange. Weave. I don't know. And I love this keyring on here. Another one of my little boys got me this. It says Miss Anne on it.
Oh, that's what me see.
So sweet, it's me.
Oh, that's very cute. It does definitely look like you.
This is a very, very new pattern. It's the Dewdrop Socks by Tracy Arnold. She launched it yesterday, I believe.
Awesome.
So pretty. I've been waiting for her to release it because I just think it's so pretty. Just a little lilac pattern. And I'm going to use my Tiger Who Came to Tea yarn.
I'd forgotten about that.
I bought ages ago. I couldn't resist because it was my absolute favourite book.
How many copies of the book do
I've
you have?
I've got about 5 in school alone. I don't know. I've lost count. I might even go as Sophie for World Book Day this year. I can't decide.
She loves World Book Day. She goes for it in a big way.
I do. Yeah. And my final future knitting is in this really cute basket, which I just bought 2 of. I actually got this from the Oxfam website, and they were half price. These are $7.49, so I got 2 of them.
And when I went on, they were full price again.
Oh dear, there you go then. So pretty. I've just redecorated my sort of office / craft room, so I've got a couple of these in there. And this is the Veronica Cardi, which you saw Clare wearing last time, and our mum's just made one. And I've got one of these like giant comedy balls of yarn from Aldi. It's literally things in my head.
Actually, it could wear Dan's hat.
Yeah, it actually could. It's probably a bit smaller than Dan's head though. What are you doing? Thank you. This is so soft. It's 80% acrylic, 20% wool, and there's
lovely.
800 metres and 400 grams.
So nice to knit with. If you're ever in Aldi and they've got that yarn, honestly, I
I
recommend
think
it.
it was
$3.99.
Yeah. So it's going to be the cheapest cardigan ever. It's going to be great.
Doggy.
So I can't wait to make that because I think I just wear it all
Oh,
the time.
I love mine.
But
Although,
after my boxy, I think I need to just give it a little bit of time before I cast on a big.
yeah, it's quite big. But
Big
it's nice to
thing
wear it
like
as a
that.
blanket when it's cold. It's really nice.
Yeah.
The only downside to that cardigan I do find is door handles.
Yeah. Yours is quite loose, isn't it? Mum's
Yeah.
came out a little bit smaller than yours.
Yeah.
So it's a bit
It's
less
door handles,
catchy.
and I get flung back into the room again because my arm holder's got stuck over the door handle. That happens constantly. But I don't let that put you off from making it because it was really nice. And it's lovely to wear, especially around the house. I'm getting red cheeks.
You are getting red cheeks. I think we need to get John back now.
Okie doke.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
us.
Okay, so last month in our first episode I told you a little bit about where some of the ideas for our colourways came from, and it's everything ranging from just great song titles, music we've enjoyed listening to, through to movie themes or a superhero series, and a series we're really enjoying working on to do with children's books, especially those that we've really enjoyed reading to our own boys and hold some special memories for us. The other great source for me is our own photography and things that I see in the world around me. So I thought that this month I'd just take you through a really short story that tells about an early morning walk leading to some ideas and how the yarn comes about from there. So here we are, out for a brisk early morning walk. It's probably one of my favourite places actually, and my favourite times during the week. Just one man and his dog and his camera. Here she is now. She's not very happy with me today because in these cold conditions I've made sure that she's put a coat on. And there she is off barking at the moon somewhere in the background, which she also thinks is a hot air balloon. So fun and games. Today we're going to take a walk through Overscourt Wood again. One of my favourite places to come after a busy working week, and brought the camera, see what we can pick up, see what images we can find today, and see if there's anything that ties into yarn dyeing as well. On a frosty morning like this, it's the kind of thing I'm out looking for. Take a lot of macro shots, looking at frozen seed heads, things like that. It's a bit of a shame at the moment though, because the sun's gone behind the clouds, so we've lost a lot of warmth in the image. Probably won't be taking many photos here quite yet. If not macro shots, then a lot of the other things are just taken of landscape. So with those, I just tend to use my phone. I mean, look at the sky at the moment there. Beautiful place to be. And Stella's by the side of me, being very well behaved at the moment. Not barking at the moon anymore, but she is a bit camera shy. Stella, come here. So just walking on our way back, suddenly the sun's come out and everything changes. Much better for taking some photographs, so we are going to stop off for a bit, take a few macro shots. Stella's now lost her coat, ready to go and play in the stream, and she's much more lively when she's not having to wear that. So to finish off, favourite spot for Stella, doing what she likes most, just messing around in the water. She wouldn't swim if it was any deeper than this, but she does love playing with stones. So a bit of reward for being so patient when I'm off taking photos. Although she does love just going and exploring herself anyway. She really is an outdoor dog. And it's been a lovely morning. Stella, ready, up. Good girl. Ready, up. Yeah, up. Good girl. Ready, up. Ready, up. Good girl. So Then come back from the morning walk. It was time to start heading into the dyer's notebook that Claire got me for Christmas, which is this great thing here. Started mapping out some colours from the photographs that I picked up. Particularly wanted to start looking at some of the accents of the burgundies and some pale greens. So from there, came back and had a look at some colour cards. These are the kind of colours I was looking for. Some knockback, really pale greens as a base. And then maybe going on from there to look at the burgundies that I could see in the images that are on the screen now. Something like this. And even picking up an accent with some golds, maybe an Aztec gold to go with the greens. So really that's the kind of colourways that I was looking for. From there I started looking at the dyes and actually came to realise that I already had a colourway that used a lot of those. The recipe that I worked on previously for We're All Going on a Bear Hunt was exactly the kind of colours I was looking for. So back to the dye pots and out came We're All Going on the Bear Hunt again, and I have a feeling that this is going to be one I actually keep on repeating because it is a colourway that I really love. And as soon as it was in the shop, it was sold out pretty quickly. So look out for We're Going on a Bear Hunt again. It will be happening again sometime soon. Now for the rest of the month, I've been working on a number of different colourways, some of them to try and tie in with my Manuary sock along. So dyed up another batch of yarn inspired by a song title from Noel Gallagher, and She Fell Right Under My Spell. So this yarn I absolutely love. It's got a great range of navy blues and burgundies with a really sort of light base beneath it, and we've dyed it in such a way that hopefully should create a nice spiral stripe on a sock. So that's She Fell Right Under My Spell. Then again, another Oasis song actually was the idea behind this, and this is called You're My Wonderwall. I've been wanting to actually do some work with a mixture of teals, turquoise, and picking up some lovely pinks within there as well. I'm really pleased with this yarn. Some great speckles on it. Look at the browns on here as well. Just highlighted, so that's You're My Wonderwall. And then coming back to the children's book series, this I think is again going to be one of my favourites. This comes from the book called Matilda by Roald Dahl, and it really is a nice range of sort of muted but warm pinks, purples, lilacs, with pale blues all over a pale plain base, and speckles of the same colours. Again, this came from a great front cover for Roald Dahl's Matilda, which I'll put on the screen as part of this podcast. And that is Matilda. Now, Claire's going to tell you a bit about some of the other yarns that we've got in store now and some of the things coming in the update very soon. For me, for the month ahead, I've started working on some colourways to do with browns and greys, but then came across this from the John Lewis catalogue, and I think the colours in here are absolutely gorgeous, so I'm sure this is going to develop one way or another into another yarn coming very soon. So watch this space.
Okay, we're back. The camera doesn't matter. So I was talking about this one. Cheers. Oh,
sorry, the dog's got a ball under the table. If you wonder what that
just wants
strange
some
noise
attention,
is.
I think.
This is I'll See You in My Dreams, and it's berries and peaches and browns. And it's really pretty.
Really
Very
nice.
subtle. And these three just, yeah, they look great together.
They do look good.
Bit blown out here, maybe. But they're lovely.
Gorgeous.
And this is another Valentine's colourway. When I see this name, I just think of Nikki, Clara Peggotty. This is I'm Just a Love Machine. She'll know why.
And you named that one, just to say?
I did name it. Mr. B
Yeah.
did not name it. It was me. It has peaches.
You got
and
a girls' life band on.
Afraid not, no.
I'm just a lovely. She was Wham actually. Thank you. My era. It's got grey. It's blacks, greys.
Olden days.
I'm not going to sing it.
No,
It's okay.
Rather
Hot
you didn't.
pink. Peach and overdye with grey, so it's really muted where the machine bit comes from, really. And then in 4-ply, I have the Duchess, the gorgeous, classy,
That's really nice.
posh
It's lovely
Duchess.
tonal.
Lovely tonal, antique, dusky mauve. Yes, very nice.
Fantastic.
Oh, I've got one more. There's another one in my lap.
So,
That one.
okay.
So this one is a new one. Just a bit of an experiment, really. I've got a couple of these called Back to the Fuchsia.
Love that
And it's
combination.
Sage,
That's really
tonal
good.
sage
Really nice.
greens and pops of
Tell you
pink.
what, it looks really nice with that one.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. See you in my dreams? No?
No.
No?
Move over, darling. I'm rubbish. Ignore me. I would.
It's like you were saying about your memory earlier.
It's rubbish.
Yeah.
I'm old. I've also been dyeing up a few other ones. This is just a custom order. They probably won't be repeated because I probably won't remember how I did it. Just some blues for a fade that somebody requested. But I really enjoyed doing that.
So, the fact that you bought me a dyer's notebook for Christmas so that I would not miss any recipes and I'd be able to repeat anything that worked.
And you forget all your own.
And you forget all your own.
Because I write it down, but then I
It's a
can't
really
read my
good
writing.
starting point. Yeah. Well, I think that one there is very similar to one of the first ever colourways that I dyed up, which was a peacock base. So I think if we can
Yes, I
work
had
that
that
out
one in my
again.
advent calendar.
It
You
was
did.
an overdye over lots of different colours. So.
I just think the
I could
richness of
probably
that
work it.
richness of that colour is fantastic.
Yeah,
it's really good.
and Kate was saying this morning it would be nice to see some more saturated colours, so maybe we'll work on that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so future plans. So yeah, we will be at Unravel in 2 weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll be in the Brecon Beacons in 2 weeks.
We will.
Then we're going to
I'm
have
excited
a
about that.
weekend in Brecons. And don't tell Stella because she's not coming. She looks really sad on
She does.
And then the weekend after, me and Bex will be at Unravel. Can't wait to see everybody.
We're going on Friday the 16th of February until, and we're going on Saturday the 17th as well, and then we're staying over and coming back on the Sunday. I think we've already got dinner plans with Nikki,
have.
lovely Clare Peggotty.
Anybody else wants to
Sounds
come to
good.
dinner, you're more than welcome.
And if anybody's there, come and say hi to us.
Yeah.
It'd be lovely to meet you. And
Yeah. We're
You're
really
taking some
shy.
skeins?
But I might do.
The mini skein.
I'm not going to make any promises like mini skeins, but I may dice them up and bring some with me. I'll just see how
If I have
We'll let
to,
you know. Let
Have
you
to
know on,
before, you see.
let you know on Instagram beforehand.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
We may come up with just a colourway for Unravel. We'll see.
So
Very
look out for you
exciting.
then.
Yeah.
I've already got a shopping list. I'm really excited.
I'm hoping Claire hasn't got
Well,
Do you know
she
what?
doesn't need any more on.
No, I don't. But if I don't have a shopping list, then I'll just go mad. So
in which case take a shopping list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited. I just want to see everybody. I just want to hang out with people and just see all these people that I talk to on Instagram.
Yeah, we've already got plans to meet up with Nicola, haven't we? From
Yeah,
Mother Stitches.
can't wait to see Nicola.
And obviously Nikki
Nikki.
and Amy will be there.
And Katie will be there.
Very exciting.
And yeah, bound to be lots of other people.
So yeah, if you're going, let us
Say
know on
hello to
Instagram and come and say hi.
Yeah, it'd be
Great.
really good to see you. And,
Probably
yeah.
the last thing for us to remind you of as well actually is final details about the My Manuary sock along.
Oh yeah, that.
So I know you've mentioned it already in the podcast, but we're closing that at the end of this month. So
You
on
could
the
be
last
the winner.
day in January, up until then, if you're still in the process of making your man some socks, then post your works in progress using the hashtag MyManuarySockAlong. And on January 31st, we'll pick out one of those and we'll send you off a message so that you can pick out something from our shop. Okay?
Yeah, they don't have to be finished objects. They
No.
can, yeah,
There's
just
some-
take in part. We just want you to take part and have a good time.
Do have a look on the hashtag, follow that, because there's some great works in progress already. Some for some tiny little feet,
We've
for some
seen
little
some enormous
men,
socks this
and
morning.
some huge socks as well.
Yeah,
Kate-
size 12 with really long legs.
They were
Yeah.
really long legs, huge feet. Kate, I take
You're
my
hero.
hat off to you.
Respect to your perseverance.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. Lots of love gone into those.
Yeah.
So yeah, just take part, have fun, and we'll pick somebody at random to have a look in the shop. So,
That's it then. So hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Birdbox Podcast, and we look forward to seeing you again this time next month.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye.